Hey everyone, it's Peter Kerr from Rock Daydream Nation, the channel that covers all different types of rock genres. Please don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel along. Today I'm going to talk about a band that have played their final ever concert, and I'm talking about the legendary Australian pop outfit, Sunnyboys. Sunnyboys formed in the early 80s, and they put down maybe one or two of the greatest power pop, garage rock albums of all time in this country. I'm talking about the self-titled debut Sunnyboys album, Individuals, which is arguably almost as good. And then they did another fine album in Get Some Fun. So the Sunnyboys comprise Jeremy Oxley on vocals and lead guitar, Peter Oxley on bass, Bill Belson on drums, and Richard Bergman on rhythm guitar and vocals. And part of the touring band on Saturday, and he's been a member of the band for at least a decade, is Alistair Spence on keyboards. I'd have to say it was a celebration. It was a celebration of all things Sunnyboys. It was sad that they called it a day, but I think that everyone felt totally blessed that we got to see the Sunnyboys for at least 10 years, because the Sunnyboys put out 3 albums in fairly quick succession from 81 to 84. I think there was another album that was done in 89, and then basically for various reasons that are documented elsewhere, they were basically defunct. And it was through the Hoodoo Gurus that did an invitational concert where there were all these various acts that were playing. The Sunnyboys made a comeback. It was about 11 years ago at the Enmore Theatre under a moniker, under an alias called Kids in Dust. And I can tell you there wasn't a dry eye in the audience to see the band. It was just fantastic. 10 years of touring. They would sort of do a tour, every year. And it was always a joy to behold and a joy to see them. And they had lost musically, they had lost nothing. Maybe the vocals are a bit rougher with Jeremy, but musically, they were still very much together, playing that wonderful 60s influence beat rock. Yeah, just listening to that final concert, covering predominantly the first album, just so many glorious numbers, like Alone With You, My Only Friend, Show Me Some Discipline, Happy Man, etc., etc. So the concert, although it was sad, I just saw so many happy faces with the audience. They were just totally soaking it in. And I think at the end of it was just, that's probably where it sunk in, that's it, no more. So what were the highlights of the show? I think the highlights of the show was sonically, they were quite hard hitting. Bill Bilson's drumming was just monstrous. And that was something that, I've seen the Sunnyboys quite a few times, but that's something that really hit me. They were very loud, and Jeremy Oxley's guitar playing was kind of sublime. He's still got it. He's on stage and he's completely in the zone. And as I said, look, vocally, it's not perfect, but musically, just killer, very, very strong. And yeah, just very hard hitting. So the Sunnyboys did 18 songs, 2 encores, a nice touch at the end just before the last encore. I think their kids of the band were at the side of the stage, and they came onto the stage and started throwing sunflowers into the audience. And I thought that was a really nice touch. And the finale of the show was The Seeker. And I think that was a really fitting and very nice touch. So for me, I just found it was just a joyous occasion. It was a night of celebration. But I think at the end of it, when everyone mulled out of their seats and into the foyer and out to the street, that's when it sort of hit them. That's it. There's no more. And there's not many bands from that era that are still intact with all their members. And it was, as I said, it's just wonderful that we were able to see this band for a 10-year period. So to those folk that may like power pop, that may like garage rock, that may like beat music, or just rock and roll, that old 60s influenced rock and roll, the Sunnyboys, you've got to do yourself a favour and at least check out that first album. It is a minor masterpiece and it is definitely worth checking out. It's on YouTube. It's available. You can order it from Australia on import. They should be well known. There's an extra complexity. Jeremy Oxley was a fantastic lyricist and his lyrics were quite dark, and they sort of described all the turmoil that was going inside his mind. So it's kind of ironic, like the band's called Sunnyboys, which is named after a confectionery type of ice block that you used to have at in school in the 70s. I don't think they make it anymore, but Sunny. But if you look at the lyrics, they're quite dark. So there's a lot of meat in these songs, and talking about emotions and relationships and just inner turmoil. So on one hand, we're smiling and we're in the audience and we're going along with the concert. But on the other hand, you're hearing these lyrics and, they're describing and documenting Jeremy Oxley and a particular time in his life and all the things he was going through. But it's just a rich and rewarding experience to hear this and to see their very final concert. So what other things that I can say in regards to it? Yeah, it's a bit of a loss. I guess I'm still processing the night, as you do. A couple of other observations about the gig was Richard Bergman's reliable rhythm guitar and vocals. You sort of realise how important he is. Peter Oxley, his bass playing was just driving, and he was just there providing comfort to Jeremy and support, and as the brother. And I just thought that was just so wonderful. Another thing was Alistair Spence, who's been in the band for 10 years. His keyboard lines and washes are really important because they add another dimension. They kind of even lift what is grade A material even further up the totem pole, just making the sound more widescreen and fuller. So, you can see that he was a very much an important part of the touring band, at least. All I can say is the music's out there. Discover it, purchase it, listen to it on YouTube. And if you've never heard a Sunnyboys song before, do yourself a favour. You won't be disappointed. They've got the hooks, the smarts, and it's definitely worth checking out. So there you have it, Sunnyboys' last concert, but the music lives on. Please like and subscribe to Rock Daydream Nation. Maybe you were at the show. Tell me what your thoughts. Maybe you saw the last run of concerts that the Sunnyboys did.